Well, we're off tonight to a roaring start. I mean, I literally, when I tell you, I left the house at about 3:30 today, and I just walked in here 30 seconds ago. I said, man, no matter what, look, I'm a free man, and I said, I got something going on every single day. I don't know what people do to get jobs. I said, man, it's like, but now I'm busy because I want to be busy. So anyway, hey, welcome everyone to the live stream. Hey, welcome everyone. Good evening. Welcome to the Freedom Call. And of course, thank you, Ms. Sheila, for hosting this call as usual. I appreciate that. Thank everyone for joining us on the call tonight. I wanted to do something different. I really want to ask all the folks who are free, who are full-time in career bars, to come on and talk a little bit about what it's like to be free, to be full-time, I shouldn't just say full-time in career bars. I want to say full-time entrepreneur, where this is what you do. And so, but I got a couple things I wanted to talk about. First, I want to welcome everyone to the call. Welcome Ms. Pam Washington, Gwendolyn Bronner, Dr. Bronner, Donovan Yarbrough, Diane Pettis, Sonia Ford Townsend, Dorothy Coleman, all those folks who joined us on the call. Ms. Sherelle Quarterman, welcome. Ms. Reverend Annette Cooley, welcome all those folks to the call. Okay, so I don't want to delay because I really want to open this call up and let some other folks talk. This thing I really do. But let me cover two things real fast. One is, hey, Mr. Lawrence Wiggins, Bay, Bill Worsbinsky. I tell you, boy, you guys messed up. Sharon Vicks, Valerie Smith, the superstar from DMV. Good evening to all. Jennifer Joseph, Reggie Scott, Dion Stevens. Man, I tell you, you guys having a ball down there. Okay, so look, let me do this. Okay, first I want to talk about, we know we had an emergency. That's the wrong word. We had an urgent call with Mr. Delco and Dr. Patrice Gordon this afternoon, man. They're, of course, in Cape Town, and they're so excited about what's going on in Cape Town. They had to give us a call and say, look, we had to do an emergency call, a quick, urgent call. And so at 12:20, Mr. Delco said, I can be on in 10 minutes, man. I got a 30-minute one. I can talk to everybody, let them know what's going on. So, of course, we put together a call in 30 minutes of Gold Rocks. For those who missed it, we had just an urgent call this afternoon. And here's the message of the urgent call. It's a message I've been saying from day one for the last 6-7 months anyway. That message is this: get all the KCB coins you can. Period. Every single thing that we're going to do in the Carabal's universe, that KCB coin is the foundation. And let's put it this way, they may not be here long. Okay? People are coming in, getting that KCB as fast as they possibly can. I'm just saying. So we don't know when, but when they're gone, they're gone. And so the message this afternoon was go get all the KCB coins you can. And what's the best way to acquire that KCB is to get you a 4K package. All your new people getting started, tell them they want to get a 4K K1, that impulse phone, get that package. Dr. Timothy and I was talking about it today. He's going to talk about it again tomorrow night on the empowerment call, Miss Shirley Gober's empowerment call. He's going to really drill home. In fact, I talking today, he had moved something like 7 or 8 4K packs this morning. I mean, the man is just on fire because he can break this thing down the way it just makes sense for a family to take and buy 2 4 K1 packages and find themselves, holding 80,000 plus coin, and that coin being valued, within the next couple of years of being worth literally, without us speculating, $1 million to $2 million. Where else can you make that kind of commitment and have that potential? Not guarantee, that potential of that kind of return. And you get the phone as well. Okay, so anyway, that's what the call is all about. And so I'm telling you, and some people are listening. Because, I saw activity literally double, within hours of us making that phone call this afternoon, having that conference call. It's been happening all night. And in fact, I said I bought me another 4K pack. I don't even know what to call the things. Okay, that number 4 K1 pack. I bought another one last night after listening to Mr. Delco and Dr. Patrice. I said, let me go buy another one. So I want to move some stuff around. I'm buying me another one as soon as it's call over or as soon as we finish the launch call with Miss Tanisha Glaspie. So this thing is hot, folks. I'm saying it one more time. You want everybody that knows you to know you in Karatbars. I went by Barnes & Noble to get my Forbes magazine that said Karatbars is a company to look at. Karatbars is one of the top 10 companies in the blockchain arena to look at. Now, here's what you got to understand. Expand your mind. It doesn't matter what Forbes magazine said about Karatbars. Blockchain, the fact that Forbes magazine, one of the most credible financial pieces of literature on the planet, mentioned Karatbars has shifted us to a whole nother level of spotlight and credibility. I'm telling you, you do not want to have one of your friends calling you to tell you about Karatbars. You've been sitting around here for 6 months to a year, scared to put their name on the list. I'm going to say it one more time with emphasis. You want everyone that knows you, everyone that's ever met you, everyone that you come in contact with on a consistent basis, you want them to know you are in Karatbars, that you are a Karatbars affiliate and you are flat out excited about it. I didn't say you want to sign them up. I didn't say you want to sponsor them. I didn't say you want to sell them a package. I said the number one thing you want them to know is that you're in. Period. Okay? You do not want to have one of your reps call you and say, man, all excited about Karatbars, and you didn't even mention the fact that you're in. Period. So you want to get that done. You want everybody to know that you are in Karatbars. I mean it. I cannot emphasize enough. That means if you haven't already done it, get into your phone book and you text everybody the Real Monday info. You drive everybody to the Karatbars information that you know and that know you. Okay? That's the first thing I want to talk about. The second thing I want to talk about is goals. Okay? I want to talk about this goal setting thing because we're going to get these numbers, flying. The income's flying. And what's driving the income is a whole host of things. I'm not going to spend time on it tonight because I said I want to be finished in 10 minutes with my part because I want to hear from some people who are free out there, or some people who are so close to freedom they can taste it, or some people who are in the position to be free and have not elected freedom just yet. Because you understand, I was in a position to be free for a year before I left my job. When you're making $9,000, $10,000 a month part-time, I could leave that job, but I didn't. Okay? It's something empowering to walk into a job for a year knowing you can leave anytime you want to. Okay? So we want to hear from those folks. But here's what I want to talk about. For all those folks out there who are building a business. Look, if you've been in this business and you haven't earned or achieved your PIN, your WBW PIN, okay, you want to get one. For those folks who've been in it for a month or 2 months or 3 months or whatever, here's what's required. Number one, to get that WBW PIN, the green one with the green stones. Okay? Number one, this is a fast track thing. This is a duplicatable process. We teach it. We've been teaching it for the last 5 years, but we haven't emphasized enough. But my wife and I still, without us overemphasizing this simple goal. See, we got to set a goal or to hit a goal. So here's a simple goal for anybody in the business who haven't already achieved this goal. You must first get a package, and then you must enroll 20 people as fast as you possibly can. And we said put 10 down with the left and 10 down the right, but enroll you 20 people as fast as you possibly can. Now, if you got one lady that's already exploded, take those 20 people and enroll them as fast as you possibly can down the other side. But get you 20. Why? Because when you get this 20, you get this pin. And you walk around this pin on all day long. You wear it to the meetings. You wear it to the events. People recognize it. But it's also a sponsor and a conversational piece. Okay, some of the most excited people we have on the team right now got in because they saw this pin on somebody's chest and said, how do you get that? I want one. People like recognition. But it also sets up a duplicatable process in your business right away. Because you go get 20 as fast as possible. I didn't say the 20 had to do anything. I say, I'm putting this goal is something you can't control. So I can't control who buys a package. But I can control what I do. I can get me a package. I can put me on autosave. And then I can go out and enroll 20 people right away. And when you enroll those 20, we see this pin, this WW pin. We announce you on our website, Wealthbuilders Worldwide website. Get your name and stuff up there. We see a package with some CDs and stuff in there to help launch your business. More importantly, you start teaching this to your team. You start teaching that 20 people. Now watch this. You get 4 or 5 of those folks on that team to duplicate that one thing. Well, I'm going to get me 20 so I can get me one of those. I'm going to get me 20 bodies, 90.6 and breathing, so I can get me one of those. Before you know it, you already got 200 people on your team. See, there's no reason for you to be in Karatbars a year later and you don't have 2, 3, 4, 500 people on your team. Something's not right. Okay? And the first thing I say is You got to set the example. Get that pen. I said, lady last night, 18 years old, freshman. Look, just I bailed out of high school. Got a 20 in like 60 days. Go get 20 people. Build your numbers and then plug those 20 people, like anybody that wants to be plugged in to the system, so they start hearing, get a package, get a package, get a package. You don't sell them a package. You tell them about the package, and when you plug them in, they will make a decision to get a package. We keep hearing people over and over on the power call saying, I got a package, I got a package, I got a package, I got a package. Okay, plug them in. Got that. That's all I'm going to say. And that starts to duplicate. Think about this. I just told you we send about 20 packages a week on the average. 20 times 20, that's 400 people minimum that got in that week because we sent out a package. Now, you know, some got 20, but a lot got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So hundreds of people are joining every single week. But what gets them started? Most people don't have a goal. So you help give them a goal. The guy starts to, great, let's get you a package. Now we got your package. We got to get you 20 people ASAP. Now, there's no time frame. You can take 6 months to do it. We'll still see the pen. But the faster you do it, the faster example you set for your organization. Now, with that said, look, I want to open the queue up, Ms. Abram, because I really, truly want people to hear from free people. If you want to get in the queue, you got to dial in. You can't do it on Facebook. So you got to dial in to the conference call line. You got to dial into the number so you can hear, so you can call in. So Ms. Abram can bring you up in the queue. So let's get that queue ready, because what we want to hear from tonight is we want to hear from some people who are free. I want to hear from Mr. Kevin Thompson, Brian Battle, people who are so close to being free they can just. I want to hear from the Vicks. I want to hear from I want to hear from Willie and Sherry Brown. I want you to take a few minutes and tell people what it's like to be free. Because we touched on that last week, and last week, man, I got so much feedback from people because people said, "Man, this freedom thing is real." That is the ultimate goal of Karatbars. And see, I've been free for 24 years, folks. My wife been free since 1987. What's that, 32 years? She's been free. Man, I'm telling you, it's worth whatever ethical and moral price you got to pay to get it done. I mean this. And Karatbars to me is the ultimate freedom plan. And I really believe in my heart, okay, that Karatbars is about a 12 to 24 month run to freedom. When you plug in and take massive action. Don't cherry pick who's going to do it and who's not going to do it. You're just out there talking everything 98.6 and breathing. So have we got the queue properly, Ms. Abram?
Yes, it is.
Well, Ms. Abram, can we start with you? Because look, most people don't understand that you are a free woman, that you've been owning your own businesses for the past decade, okay? And Karatbars is just an addition to your activities and portfolio as a free woman in America. So give me a chance. Well, I'm talking a little bit to give you a chance to gather your thoughts, because I really would like you to open us up this evening and talk about what it's been like. I mean, not just the good stuff, but the responsibilities of being, a paymaster. Because you got employees, you got things you got to do, and you also took on this task of building a Karatbars business. So take a couple minutes and chat with us about what your experience has been like being a free person, because freedom also entails responsibility. So please, folks, listen to Ms. Sheila Abram. I think they can hear it just fine on Facebook. So go ahead, Ms. Abram, the floor is yours.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Best, for allowing me the opportunity to just share briefly. One of the things in our webinars, we talk about the cash flow quadrant, and we talk about the business, that B quadrant, the top right. Well, that's been me for the past 15 years, and it is a journey. It is a definite journey. You pretty much, in the beginning, that business is your dependent. But if it runs properly like mine did, I became its dependent within 3 years of opening it up, which is actually really fast in the realm of starting a business brick and mortar from the ground up. But there comes ups and there's downs. You have to be able, unfortunately, to fire people. You have to be able to, your clients that you have, depending on the business you're in, you have to stop doing business with certain clients if they're not, keeping within the realm of your business with your business model. One of the things that I like that I'm seeing the big contrast, because I do have freedom right now. I mean, I have a wonderful administrative assistant named Stephen London Morris. this is one of those things that he's learned pretty much all the tasks without just maybe not one that he doesn't know. There's only one of the entire business. I could actually leave it to him if he chose to. But I brought him up with a wide variety of different businesses, from real estate to this one to carrot bars. He prefers the freedom of carrot bars because it is allowing him to build a team. It's allowing him to do it from the comfort of his home, and it's something that he feels it's his business. So that's a good thing when you can have a business that your family feels it's their business. But with the traditional brick and mortar, different things, different economy things can change the whole trajectory of that business. And right now here in California, minimum wage is changing the whole face of my brick and mortar business. But see, that's where my carrot bars business makes it the easy, smoothest transition that could ever happen. People say, well, goodness, aren't you worried? Because within a year, I'm shutting the whole thing down, my traditional business. And I'm like, no, I'm not worried. My carrot bars business is making money on a daily basis. It is definitely going to far exceed what I'm making on my traditional business. And I had that to fall back on. And not so much fall back on, I had fun building my carrot bars business, and I'm still having fun building it while I'm still running. Actually, it's multiple corporations that I have, but they're kind of intertwined with each other. So it's the freedom of you get up when you want to. I can decide to go to the movies if I chose to in the middle of the day.
Mm-hmm.
I can choose whatever I choose to do, not just on a daily basis, but all week long. If you have a business that can run pretty much on its own, that you just have to peek in on, you have a great business.
Wow.
So I have that with my traditional corp. I just peek in on it, and make sure my employees are doing what they're supposed to, and the rest of the time is mine and carrot bars. So back to you, Mr. Ty Best.
All right. Well, thank you, Ms. Abram. And folks, that's an idea. That's what we're talking about. And look, I hope some of you can hear this call. Because we are those on the phone lines coming through on Facebook. We got a lot of folks on Facebook, and I talk about Mr. Kevin Thompson, Team Freedom, and he reminded me. He said, "Man, he's in Cape Town. He can't call in right now. No phones, so he's in Cape Town. So that's freedom right there. He's in Cape Town. We have so many people." Wealth Builders family that are in Cape Town, man, it's amazing to me. They've been texting me all day, send me messages, send me little notes. They're in Cape Town. Some have been in Cape Town since Monday. And I think the event starts tomorrow. So, it's exciting what you guys. And so, anyway, thank you, Ms. Abram, for that message. Next call in queue. You're live. I want to ask you, speak as loud as you possibly can so they can hear you on Facebook as well.
All right, I am bringing them live right now.
All right. Who's joining us? Next call in queue.
Hi, this is Jim Morris in L.A.
Hey, good evening, Jim. How you doing this evening?
I am better than great. Been a free man since, thanks to you, Mr. Best, February 11th at 8 a.m. And two things that I love about it are, one, you're free when you go to Costco and there's no line in the gas line. And it's taken me about 3 months to kind of get out of the getting up early to go to work mode of doing stuff, but it's beyond awesome, everybody. So whatever you got to do to get there, get it done.
Hey, thank you. Look, it is these simple things that you start to learn to cherish, because you can do things now when the masses of people don't do them. You're not in the gas line at 5:30 in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning or 5:30 at night. You're not doing things when everybody else does it. So you're going against the grain almost all the time now. You're not going with the traffic. You're going against the traffic because you're on a different time frame and a different schedule. That's one of the things that freedom does for you. And it takes a little while to get used to that. And it takes a little while for your body to shut down and realize your body might keep waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning. It may take months for your body to realize we don't have to do this anymore. Okay, so that's incredible. Thank you very much, Jim. Appreciate it, sir. Next call in queue. You're live.
Hey, Mr. Best.
Good evening.
Thank you for allowing me to be on this platform. This is Connie Disney from Lansing, Michigan. So, Mr. Best, I've been free since December 2018, and I've just gotten to the point where I'm not feeling anxious when I wake up in the morning. I'm not feeling anxious and low energy on Sunday night because I got to go to work on Monday morning. When the other caller talked about, not having to wait in line, my husband Darren, who's in Cape Town right now, thank goodness, we would have never been able to even, we thought about trips like that, but not made it, Care Bars has made it possible. Without Care Bars, we wouldn't even consider this trip.
Wow.
So, we're just living the life and living our dreams. We can help our family members. I'm able to help my grandchildren on a day-to-day basis, be in their lives instead of having them in daycare, at daycare providers. We don't have to be anxious about that, not knowing what's going on with our kids and our grandchildren. So this has been a blessing to us, sir.
Wow. Okay. And so what do you find yourself doing all day? You never know.
Whatever I want. I go from room to room, redecorating, moving furniture around. I've been in my yard all week.
Okay.
So I'm loving it.
Okay.
So, but I really have to, I do work the business, like wherever, when I go to, like I was at Home Depot, and I prospected 4 people, and I did a 3-way call later after going to Home Depot. So wherever I go and whatever I do, I prospect, and I'm loving it.
See, you sound like me now. I tell people, I say, I don't leave my house to meet people. I just leave my house. And when I'm about to leave my house, I'm always open. I'm always smiling. I'm looking for an opportunity to engage. And when I find that opportunity, I say hello. I pass out my card. I pass out a CD. I introduce. I might give them a book. I don't know. It depends on how that relationship moves forward. I go from there, but I don't go out the house to let me go meet some people. I just go out the house, go to the cleaners, go to the grocery store, go out to eat. Van and I just doing things, just doing life. And it is fun when you do life and you're not stressed out under time constraints. Okay, I told you I walked in here about 1 minute before 10 o'clock. And Van and I been gone all afternoon. We went out and took care of some errands, took care of some business, went to the post office, did a bunch of little errands. Then she said her usual, well, where we going to eat? Let's go to dinner. So that's freedom, folks. That's freedom. So, hey, thank you, Mr. Mute. I appreciate that very, very much. Next call in queue. You are live. And all you listen on Facebook. Good. Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, Mr. Best.
Yes, sir.
This is Glenn Perkins out of Jackson, Mississippi.
Yes, sir.
I am a free man now. Since April 27th of this year, I am so excited about that. Like I said, I get up in the morning time early, and I thank you for giving us this time to really express what we do.
Woo.
My time, and just a quick funny story. I got up the other morning around 4 o'clock in the morning, just abruptly woke up for some reason, and I said, well, I didn't know what time it was, Mr. Best. I thought it was 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so I'm looking around, and I said, well, it's dark outside. I gotta be dark at 4 p.m. I said, oh, it's 4 a.m. It was just, you had those moments, and I was like, well, let me get up and do something. I got out and just messed around, and it's just I tend to eat out a lot. I told my wife I got to stop eating out as much as I eat out, because I'm out already, just kind of moving around, doing some things, and I said, well, let me just stop here and get me something to eat, because when I get home, I'm going to take a nap.
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna be doing any cooking or looking for food. I'm just gonna eat before I get there. So I gotta slow down on eating out so much, But it's a phenomenal time to be able to move around and have the freedom, not have to worry about having to go to a job. I was out today. One quick story, and a young lady ran into. I've been knowing her for years, and she knew me. She looked back and said, "Hey, why you like you're getting younger?" I said, "Well, I'm not stressed of any. I have any stress on me, so that's just a phenomenal time." But thanks again, Mr. Best. Like I say, I'm enjoying this Freedom Life going carrot bars, and thank Mr. Sykes for providing hope for everyone.
Wow. I hope folks are listening. And I hope they hear that we got a variety of people who are getting free as a result of carrot bars, excited about carrot bars. And this is a freedom train, folks. And everybody can do it. Nothing special. Anyone can do it. Next call in queue. Thank you, Mr. Perkins. Appreciate you very much, sir. And appreciate all you do to support the team and support and encourage other people. And believe it or not, for those who may be listening, you don't understand. This is not a moment of it's not what we're trying to say to you is that if we can do it, you can do it. And for those who are free, who are not in the queue, understand you need to be in the queue. You're not bragging. You're not boasting. When you tell people that you've achieved freedom, what you've done, it gives them hope to understand that they can do the exact same thing, that it's possible to live life without a job. Okay? That is possible. The birds don't have a job. The bees don't have a job. The bears don't have a job. The animals don't have a job. The elephant don't have a job. They manage to survive just fine. Been here for hundreds and hundreds of years without a job. Why you, the greatest creation ever, the smartest thing on the planet, got to have a job every day? The lion is free. The tiger is free. All the birds and bees are free. But you, the person with the brain, the will to change, is in bondage. That don't even make sense. Next person in queue, please. Yes, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Best. This is Sharon.
Hey, good evening to the Vic. Speak up louder so we can hear you. Okay.
Okay. What an amazing call tonight, and it's wonderful hearing everybody's story. My freedom story is similar to everybody else's, but it's a little different in that we were approaching retirement age that everybody calls retirement age. We had lost almost all of our 401k in 2008. We were getting to retirement, and we knew if we even thought about retiring, we were going to lose 40% of our income, and we were not going to be able to maintain the lifestyle we were living, let alone, as they say, level up. And we were looking for something. We were looking for a brick-and-mortar business or some kind of business to do out of the house. And I'm saying we don't want to use the money we have left to try and start a business. So we were really at a dilemma. So we were saying, well, we'll just have to downsize. Well, I'm at the point, I just lost everything in Katrina a few years ago. And I've gained more than I lost. And I'm saying, I know he is not going to let me lose again. And here comes Mr. Willie Brown and Wealthbuildersworldwide. And I was working at a church. And the more I heard about freedom from you and these callers, the hungrier I got for freedom. And it looked like the more I went behind it, the further away it looked like it was getting. But I was determined I was going to bring freedom to me. And on December the 18th, that was my Freedom Day, and my Freedom Celebration Day was December 28th. And I will never forget that. I will never forget Cowboys. Wealthbuilders Worldwide has become my world. I sleep, eat, and breathe Cowboys and Wealthbuilders, and I am so grateful. And I thank you all.
Wow. Hey, thank you, Miss Sharon Vick. Wow, that's freedom, folks. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. I'm serious. I mean, the cars are nice, the home's nice, the travel's nice, going to Dubai is nice, going to Cape Town is nice, going to Frankfurt, Germany is nice, going to all that's nice. But nothing beats controlling your life and time. To have a combination of time and money. That's what freedom is. See, just having money is not freedom. And just having time with no money, that's not freedom. Having that combination, that balance, where you have all the time you want and all the freedom you want to do what you want in your life. Next call in queue. You are live.
Good evening, Mr. Bass. Virginia LaSan down in Dallas, Texas. Been free since September 15th, 2015.
Wow.
I am free to keep my grandson every day. I am around to shop when I want, get up when I want, and I clean my church down here. So I am free to do that, not hooked to any job. Back when my husband died in 2011, I was looking for something to do from home. Carrot bars landed in my lap on a wing and a prayer. So I am free to, the main thing is to keep my grandson so he can be safe with his grandmother during the day and give his parents some peace of mind. So I am plugged in every day. You may not hear my voice, but I be on that power call and I try to get in, but I know it's so many people that they can't get everyone in. So, but today also was birthday. So thank you all for Carrot Bars. Thank you, Mr. Best, Mrs. Best, Mr. Dalco, Abrams, Miss Tanisha Glasby. You all are just great leaders, and I am honored to be a part of Wealthbuilders Worldwide. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Sand. I love the story, and I love the fact. See, folks, you keep hearing freedom, and freedom. This whole thing is about time, and what is people doing with their time? And many they're taking care of kids, taking care of grandkids, taking care of parents. I mean, that's what freedom does. It's not just about you get to play all day. Yeah, you can play, but there's a pressing need because at some point, man, your parents may need you, your grandkids may need you. I love the fact that I've been a full-time dad, okay, for Alex since he was 10 years old. I've been a full-time dad for Gabriel his entire life. When I say full-time dad, I don't care what they want, what needs to be done, what they want me to attend to. I don't have to check with nobody. That's more valuable than the things and the stuff. That I can manage my time and say, where you want me to be, son? What you like to, where you like to go? Let's do it. Yes, sir.
Willie Brown, Sherry Brown. Thank you for this call, and I just wanted to chime in real quick and say freedom. I've been self-employed for many years, and I knew what it felt like, to basically not have to get up in the morning, and I could go out and do one show per week and pay all my bills in comedy. But I'm going to tell you what, Carrot Bars has freed me from comedy. Now, I love comedy. I do it because I love it, but I don't have to do it if I don't want to do it. And so now, I'm making more money with Carrot Bars than I make with comedy. That's what it'll do for you. That's double freedom. So it's a blessing. And someone told me years ago when I was trying to get into comedy, they said, there was a friend of mine, a professional comedian, Chris Thomas from Washington, D.C. He said, if you work this thing, if you put your effort into it, you could do it full time. He told me that a long time ago, and I believed him, and I did it. And you guys told us that if we worked this thing, Carrot Bars, and we gave it our all, we could do it full time and be free. And it's happened again. So I'm going to tell you, it's real. Back to you.
Wow.
Yes. And this is Sherry Brown, and I'm telling you, Mr. Best, what an awesome call. And look, when I met my husband, Mr. Willie Brown, I was not free. I was working a job. But you know what? I'm telling you, I was like, I'd be darned if I'm going to let Willie Brown sit at home and be free, and I'm not free. And I'm telling you, Carrot Bars has done it. And Mr. Willie Brown will be like, man, somebody needs to get a job. I said, well, somebody do, but it won't be me. Back to you, Mr. Good.
So, sure, I got to ask you, man, what do you find yourself doing all day, though? I mean, because some days, Carrot Bars, one thing about this networking business is always something else to do. But it's amazing how you enjoy life in the process of doing this business, because as long as you got your cell phone with you, you're in business.
And that's true, but you have to be, everybody don't know how to be an entrepreneur. And being an entrepreneur doesn't mean that you do not work, but it means that you work for yourself. So you have to schedule your day. You have to schedule your time. But if a monkey wrench is thrown into your time, then you're free and you're able to handle whatever comes up next. My son, he's a truck driver, and he asked me what day. He said, Mom, what you doing today? I said, I don't know. He said, I can't wait to get to that point. I don't know because Carrot Bars has given me the ability to handle whatever comes up when it comes up. And if there's nothing else to handle, I take take a nap, and we get paid while we sleep, baby. Let's go.
I don't know. That's a man. What are you gonna do? I don't know. Woo, woo. I don't. Whoa. Can you imagine saying that on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday? What are you gonna do today? What are we gonna do today, honey? I don't know. We don't know. Okay, we might answer a few phone calls, do a few three-ways, but I don't know. Man, that's a powerful statement. Next call in queue. You're live.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Ty Best. This is Khalito Muhammad from Strong Island, New York.
Wa alaikum salam, my brother.
Yes, sir, big brother. Yes, I like Brother Willie Brown. I was self-employed. I've been self-employed for many years with California Radio, but I was fooling myself because I thought I was free. And the thing was, for California Radio to flourish, we had to have sponsors. So every day I was on the grind, hustling and on the grind, trying to get sponsors to pay our people and, you know, keep it afloat. And when I was introduced to Carabas by Brother Eric Torrey Muhammad, and then by following you, staying plugged in, not only did I find that I wasn't free, but I became free. And them shackles came off because I took Carabas, and now I don't have to look for no sponsors. Carabas actually have made California Radio a self-sustaining business.
Wow.
Well, not only that it's on point by itself, but now all of our hosts and all of our workers and our participants are getting paid, and they're getting paid in gold. So now I know the true meaning of freedom, where I could just look at the quality of the shows. Or like yourself, I could get up at the crack of dawn. Now I understand freedom, and now I just utilize it to just go out there and spread the word of Carabas. And I want to thank you for the example, Ty, for what you and our leadership has been doing.
Yeah.
And that's it, brother. I really do.
Hey, thank you, Khalito, man. Thank you for setting an example, because I'm telling folks, why am I having this show today? I want you to understand, when you hear other people gotten free, you realize at that point you can get free. That's all you got to do. A lot of people, all they got to do is see somebody eyeball to eyeball that says, hey, I'm free, been free for years. You go, what? And you realize they're no different than you. And if they can figure out a way to get free, you can figure out a way to get free. And you're talking about an entrepreneur who says, this is what I mean. The first step to getting freedom is you say, I got to be in business for yourself. So you be in business for myself. And what do most people do? They go out and look for the traditional business idea. And they don't understand what they bought in most cases is a job, and they're not free. They just own the job, but they're not free. And then the next level of freedom is saying, I got to figure out how to create some income that doesn't require my ability, doesn't require my time every single day to get it. And that's when you enter into the land of freedom. So, man, congrats to those folks who come on the call. And believe me, you're doing a service. And see, your freedom is impacting thousands of people around the planet. I mean, there are thousands of people who hear this call. And when they hear all these people talk about freedom, most people never even seek freedom until they know that it's possible. Most people think they're free right now. They're going to work 40 to 6 hours a week, and they think they're free. And they are free to a certain degree, okay? But there's a next level of freedom, and it's called time and money. Next call in queue. You are live. Okay.
Mr. Best, this is Glenn Perkins again. Thank you, Ms. Abel, for letting me get back into the queue, because I had to share one more thing with you all. The other morning, I had an incident with my daughter with her car. She had some car problems anyway. So she called me and she said, Dad, I need some help with my car. So I go over and check the car out. Anyway, it comes out to be about $200-$300 for work on the car. So I just went on, bought the part, helped her put it on and everything. She called me back today and said, hey, I'm going to pay your money back, Dad. I said, well, no, I'm not expecting you to pay the money back. I'm not worried about it. But that was one instance that freedom has allowed me to be able to do. And during that time, while I'm putting the part on, I checked my back office,
It's about that much. It jumped in the back office. Miss Sherry Brown, DTP.
DTP, baby.
And I'm living for the weekend now, Mr. Best. That's what I wanted to share. And it's not the party. I'm trying to figure out what event can I go to that's within 2 to 3 hours from Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been to Bessemer, Alabama. I've been to Opelika, which is like 5 hours from Jackson. But man, thank Mr. Best.
Wow.
Thank Mr. Harris Price for this freedom opportunity. Thank you again for letting me get back in, Miss April.
Mr. Perkins, you said something else. Go ahead.
I let him back in only because I cut you off the first time. You're not getting back in. Go ahead.
Look. I'm telling you, Mr. Perkins, I appreciate that because one of the things you're going to realize, folks, once you get free, the last thing you want to do is sleep. Okay? You really have an urge, a strong urge to sleep when you have a job and you don't want to go to work. But once you conquer that, man, and get rid of that job, it's like sleep is the last thing in your mind. You want to get up and go do something. It is amazing how that works. So anyway, next caller in queue. You are live. Next call.
Good evening. Greatest team on the planet is Joe Shivers, Carrollton, Virginia.
Good evening, Mr. Shivers.
You know, Mr. Best. Yes, sir. Oh, man. Freedom is a beautiful thing. Let me start with that. I've been free since September 2015 because of this great opportunity. And I got to do. I played the gambit. I played the whole thing. I did the lazy thing first. And I also do music, so it gives me the flexibility to do whatever I want, whenever I want to. And there's no words for freedom other than just being able to do whatever you want to do when you want to do. Beautiful thing.
Woo.
Ow.
Thank you, Mr. Shivers. I mean, that's 4 years, man. You started easing on to it now, man. You got it down there, right? After 4, you start feeling good about it. Like, man, I got this free thing. I got it. Okay? It takes a little while to get into it. I mean, it does. Okay? Especially if you've been working for 25 or 30 years. Man, that's awesome. So, next call in queue. You're live. You might be muted.
Oh, yes, I was muted. Good night, Mr. Best. How you doing?
Outstanding. How are you?
I'm doing good. This is Irene calling from New York City. Just sitting here listening to the freedom call with my mom, my brother, letting them understand that once you start with tarot cards, you're already putting yourself to become free. So with that being said, yeah, my mom said, so y'all here, Mr. Best. Have a good night.
All right. Ahoo. That's right. Freedom is possible. But see, that's another thing, too. We don't understand. You first start out to free yourself. When I understood freedom was possible, all I thought was my freedom. A man one day said, you might want to free your wife. I said, what? She like her job. He said, I come home and said, Val, don't you like your job? She said, what are you telling me? I said, well, I'm going to do this business. I'm going to quit my job. She said, I quit mine too. She said, I don't like it that much. So the first thing I do is I freed her. Then I freed myself. If I didn't understand what I'd done, I'd also freed my kids. Well, I understand what I'd done, I also freed my mom. I mean, my mother hasn't had a job in 21 years. Okay? I mean, we started talking about freedom all around the place. I hate to say I, because my whole family, all my brothers and sisters contribute to that freedom. We wanted my mother to be free. And she hasn't had a job in 21 years. And I don't think she's worried about too much of anything over the last 21 years, except taking care of some people. Freedom is possible. And I got some members of my family now who have caught the vision for freedom. And when you get free, you're going to help other people get free. Next call in the queue. I'm sorry. I mean, I want to make this call about you guys, not about me.
It's the gold man.
Yeah, that's me.
How you doing, Mr. Top-Best? I was watching you on the live stream. I said, you know what, let me call in and give them a little bit more fire to the call. See, I'm a young millennial. I'm 25 this year. And with this Care Buzz business, I'm not going to lie. I'm not free yet. But I'm feeling the effects of being free. I don't work a job, and I'm still getting paid. I'm helping people save their own lives, and I'm getting paid in the midst of it. I have an awesome team around me of people all building wealth. This is the greatest opportunity that I've ever seen, hands down, worldwide. Thank y'all. Mr. Best, everything that you do, you have my heart racing. Every time you talk, every time, I promise you, I love it. And I love you, big brother. Thank you so much. Raul, I'm out.
Well, I love you, man. All I can tell you, brother, your future is so bright. It's bland. Look, I have to put the shades on just a bit because, like I said, I was fortunate. Somebody showed this to me at 28. And the statement said yesterday by Les Brown. He says, if you do what is hard, life will be easy. If you do what is easy, life will be hard. And I'm going to tell you, it was rough at 28 getting started. I didn't have the kind of opportunity you guys have in your hands right now. Believe me, I didn't. But still, it was worth it. And to walk away at 40 years old and not have a job for 20 years. But it's because somebody stopped me at 28 and showed me. And when you say you're 25, I just marvel at people like you and Maya and my nephew Quan and my nephew Timmy. These guys under 30 years old and fired up about this thing. Okay? And you're in a position to become just unbelievably wealthy in the next 12 to 24 months and never ever think about money again in your life. Blows my mind. So my hat's off to you guys, man, for seeing this thing at such young. Because most people don't see this thing till 45 or 50 years old. They wake up and start looking into the abyss. Then they look around and see it. You are seeing it now. I mean, if it took you 5 years to get fully free, find yourself at $100,000, $200,000, you could be 30 years old making $200,000, $300,000 a year. You're the top 1/10 of 1% income bracket in the world, and you're not even 30 years old. Man, what potential. God bless. Next call in queue. Ahoo.
Hello, Mr. Best and all the wealth builders. This is Roland Roberts from New York.
Good.
I've been free. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. You're loud and clear.
I've been free since the year 2000. I got laid off that month, and the month that I got laid off, my check was over $5,000 from a health and wellness business. I've never been back to another job. A few years ago, I saw car bars, and I got in just to get some gold because I was doing another business which I was very successful in. I got in to get some golds. However, I told some people, and so far, about 60-something people got in from me just talking to them and not going hard at the business. But recently, I started putting more energy into car bars, and it's had been great. But I've been free for a long time, and when I got into the BGO many years ago, the goal was bitches of the world. So that's what I've been doing. Myself and my wife, we go places maybe about 3 or 4 times a year, and we just go wherever we want to go. So it has been great. We've been going to the bitches of the world, and we've been enjoying life. I know we're sharing the Carabal's business, and it's great.
Wow.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Roland. Thank you, sir. Thank you very, very much. Man, wow. Look for your package tomorrow, too, my brother. Okay? God bless, man. That's incredible story. I mean, somebody's been free. I mean, that's like 19 years of freedom. I mean, you can't. Ooh. I get goosebumps thinking about it, man. Just this freedom thing drives. I mean, I'm telling you, cars excite me. They're okay. I mean, I saw that new Mercedes. I saw this. I don't know. I'm getting a burn for an S550 for some reason. I don't know. Just been this black S550 being burned to my mind. But nothing burns my mind like the idea of being free. So thank you all the folks who are listening on Facebook, by the way, because I know you're not getting the best reception, but I hope you can catch some of this. And it means something to you. And I appreciate you for hanging in there with us as we do this process, because it's a little cumbersome. Next call in queue, please. You're live. You might be muted.
Peace, family. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, this is Larry Bay out of Texas Republic. What's going on, Mr. Best? Thank you, Miss Abrams.
Hey, you the man, Mr. Bay. You the man.
Man, I do what I can. I'm just following y'all's leadership. But just my personal story, like I'm about to turn 30, right?
Oh God.
I'm actually the child of a networker, so I've never been really the type to work a job. And when I was working for somebody else, it was always through sales or waiting tables or something where I could work part-time, 20, 30 hours a week and make $30, $40 an hour and live my life, you know, hang out with the kids, do what I wanted to do on the weekends and the weekdays, right? But I always understood that I don't want to keep having to do this. And Care Bar has provided me the freedom and the opportunity, the finances to be able to do what I really want to do.
and that's where I'm at now. And I really just want to thank you because, like I said, I'm a child of a networker, so working for somebody else never worked for me. I always felt caged. It was always something wrong. It don't matter what. But I've done networking before, and I've tried other things. Had it not been for you and the support system of Wealth Builders Worldwide and this plugging in and you with the giving yourself time to succeed, I probably would have gotten frustrated and given up on myself anyway already now, because I still get I expect so much so fast, and it doesn't always come that fast. So what I want to say to everybody, especially my age and even older, wiser, with more experience, whatever the case may be, you have to give yourself time to succeed. And more than anything, especially for the young folks on the line, shout out to Ashar the Gold Man, because him and I, neither one of us have professional degrees. We weren't making six figures a year like Mr. Best and Mr. Dalphon, so many of these other doctors and lawyers on the line that came in here with networks and with money and with, resources. We came here, we got it out the mud. And understand, if you're not making six figures a year already, all you need to do to get free is supplement your income. You need to replace your income. Michael Dalco did it in 103 days at over six figures a year. How long is it going to take you to replace your income? That's it. Put a number to your goal, and let's go. Give yourself time to succeed. Mr. Best, Dr. Best, Brother Best, I appreciate you, to the end of my life. I love you, bro. No amount of words. But to the rest of the fam, this is the place to be. And if you're going to change your life, you need a system, which Dr. Harold Sykes has provided, and you need support, which is what Dr. Best and Wealth Builders Worldwide has provided. And at that point, once you have those two things, the only question is whether you're going to take advantage of the gift and the blessing that you've been provided. Thank you, family.
Thank you, Mr. Bay. And I'm going to tell you something, folks. I mean, you wouldn't believe he's turning 30. The wisdom that comes from this man turning 30. Man, I'm humbled every time I'm around him, just hear him speak. I'm telling you right now, I'm humbled and I'm jealous at the same time. That's the side to say youth is wasted on the young. Let me tell you something. It's not wasted on this man. It's not wasted on Mr. Bay. I'm telling you right now. You want to listen to somebody, forget about the fact he's 30 years old. Hear this man. And I'm going to tell you, and give yourself time to succeed. That message is for young folk. Because when you're young, you think a year is a long time. You think 2 years is a long time. Man, that's nothing. You realize how quickly that is when you get 55 or 60. But the key wisdom is to get it now. To realize to give yourself, think about this now. I'm going to go back to the cue. 4 years to go to college, to come out of college, $200,000 in debt to look for a job. And people have been conditioned to do that and think that's okay. But they get in business for themselves. And if they haven't got rich in 90 days, they and the people around them think something's wrong. Okay? I say work this thing, and give yourself time to succeed. And a year could go by, 2 years could go by. But somewhere around that third or fourth year, you're going to start looking smart to people. And by your fourth or fifth year, you're going to start looking on the genius level to people. They're going to start calling you marketing guru, marketing genius. They wish they got in when you got started. All that nonsense. But the fact of the matter is you got to grind it out. And if you come in with a lot of resources, you have less of a grind, but you still got to grind it out. And if you come in with no resources, no excuse. Okay, you come in, sleep in your car, no excuse. Mr. Harold says to put a program in place, no excuse. You can still grind this thing out and find yourself at 10 grand a month. Hey, look, if you come with no money, no overhead, no debt, all you need is make a couple grand a month. You surviving. That's nothing. But replacing $100,000 of your income with benefits and all that kind of stuff, that's a whole different ball game to walk away from and get free. So the less cumbersome debt you have, the quicker it is for you to get free. The average person, all they need is extra $3,000, $4,000 a month, and they don't need to work anybody's job. That's about 80% of the population. 3 to 4 grand a month, they can walk away from a job. Okay? Because number one, you don't have the cost associated with going to work. This way the Tanisha Glassman should come in. Because, man, Tanisha did a tearjerker video yesterday. I mean, I'm telling you, I just wanted to text. I wanted my message. I messaged that thing to about 300 people. Facebook had to cut me off. Okay? Because you could feel it in her when she talked about she drove a tractor trailer. That sweet, pretty, petite woman was a tractor trailer driver for a decade. And then she was on the verge of going to medical school. So it's obvious she got the aptitude. She's smart. She's about to go to medical school. And then here comes Carrie Bars. Man, I don't want to tell you a story. I hope she's in the queue. If she's not, she'll be here on the launch meeting. She'll tell on the launch meeting, man. But you got to go. If you haven't seen that live stream she did yesterday where she held up the dollars, because people want to know, can you get paid in real dollars and Carrie Bars? I don't know what to say, man. Next call in queue. You're live. You're live. Next call in queue. You are live.
Good evening, Mr. Bush. How are you?
Man, I'm outstanding. How are you?
Awesome. My name is Sellers Washington. I speak to you quite a bit on these Wednesday night freedom calls. But I want to share my story with you. I'm not free yet, but I can taste it, I can see it, and I visualize it. 2 years ago, I was a professional driver, and I wore many hats. I've done a lot of things in my life, managing stores and things of that nature, and thought I was free. I go to work 5-6 days a week when I was a professional driver. Okay, you said this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday you'll be free. I come to work. It was just before Easter in April, 2 years ago. I had lost. I went into work, and my boss handed me a pink slip, and I looked at him, and he says, you have to find another job. With no warning, no nothing. And I just looked at him and I said, I have a car note, rent, insurance. I have a 22, well, my daughter wasn't 22 at the time, and I said, I have a young daughter. Okay, I said, how am I supposed to survive? He just looked at me with his blue eyes and said, that's not my problem. So I just looked at him, and chills just ran through my body, and all I could think about is, what am I going to do now? Okay, at the age that I am. And I worked for this man for 3 years, was loyal to this man. But it was always about business with him. As long as he was making his money, he didn't really care about his professional driving. So, in the process of all of that, I fell behind. My rent was always paid, okay? It came to a point where I lost my apartment. I lost my job. I was homeless for 4 months. At the time, my daughter was 19 years old. She's 22 now. Driving around in my car with her sitting in the back seat, trunk full of clothes. I had to take everything that I owned for 19 years where I lived at and put it in storage. I have tears in my eyes now because it's like it was just yesterday. And every time I look in that back seat and I see my daughter sitting there and we pull up in Target parking lot, wondering where we were going to go. I didn't want to lean on my family because family always let you down. And I'm a good brother. Give the shirt off my back like my father would, but he's in heaven. I had nowhere to go. I had my daughter in the back seat, trunk full of clothes. I'm looking at her, and she's looking at me, and she's crying. And I'm looking at her going, I'm so sorry, sweetheart. I'm so sorry I let you down. I had to find money to send her to Florida, to her uncle's house, for the whole summer. So I could find something or find another job where I could bring her back to at least have a roof over our head. Before I sent her away, the money that I was getting on unemployment was nothing. I had to find a motel, which was decent, where me and her can rest our head, take a shower in the morning, and drop her off at my sister's house. And after I got a second job, I got another job. I did that for months. Couldn't make ends meet. And then I got a job as a boiler technician, and then I got a job working for the city, the health department. I look at my daughter today, and when Carrie Buzz was introduced to me by Dominic Curry 5 months ago, I told her I will never, ever let you go through this ever again, and you will not ever do the 40, 40, and 40. She wants to go to culinary school, and I'm doing my damnedest, excuse my expression, to feel that freedom and give her what I never had. I'm going to make sure I'm going to take care of my mom, I'm going to take care of my daughter,
and make sure she's set to life and pick and choose what she want to do and where she want to go without having to count or have to save or have to punch a clock to trade time for money. I go to my job every day, and I look at this, and I say to myself, you're better than this. You have put your time in. It's time for you now to be free. It's time for you to leave a legacy for your family. It's time for you to see your daughter reap the benefits of your hard work so she don't have to go through what you went through. And I'll tell you, Mr. Best, I will tell this story on stage. My goal by September, come Limitless Let's Go Weekend 9, I'm going to walk across that stage and mark my words. And Gold Director, I'm going to make it happen because you inspired me and everyone on this call who is free. It gives me the fire to go ahead and do it because if they can do it, you guys can do it, I know I'm going to do it. So I just wanted to share that with you. And I have tears in my eyes right now because it's like it just happened yesterday. And I wouldn't want anybody on this line to go through what I went through. They call it life, but guess what? We have an opportunity now, thanks to Mr. Harold Sight, Mr. Beth, to make this happen. So I appreciate the love from you and your wife, Mr. Delco, and all of those leaders out there who believe in me and saw something in me to give me this opportunity. So I'm sorry to take up so much of your time, but I just wanted to share that with you and be very transparent. Don't forget, you have not heard the last of Sellers Washington Jr. from Bronx, New York. I'll turn the call back over to you. I'm out.
Hey, Mr. Washington, number one, I thank you for sharing. And anyway, at some point in your Carabar's journey, you will realize that this is bigger than money. You're going to realize that at some point that we offer people hope when there is no hope. And we offer people opportunity. And you no longer will be concerned about who says yes or who says no. And you're looking for the one that's on their knees saying, God, show me something. And Mr. Washington just told you the importance of this business. Okay? And I appreciate it, Mr. Washington, for you sharing that with everybody. And like I said, I've never told my whole story and things I've been through in this industry. And it's like when I listen to Lisa Nichols, people said Lisa Nichols cried because she could not put Pampers on her baby. And every time she tells the story, she wet up with tears. And people said, are the tears artificial? Do you make those tears? She said, no, because I don't care how many years I'm away from that story. Whenever I tell the story, I feel the pain. And whenever somebody tells that story like Mr. Washington did, I know the pain. I know the price that my wife and my family have paid to be free. I have never shared the whole story with you. One day I will. Okay, one day I will. Next call in queue. You alive. I got to get myself together here.
Good evening, Mr. Beth. This is James Marshall out of New York City. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. Just fine.
Beautiful. I just felt absolutely compelled to get on this call. Everyone that I've listened to is just so inspiring, and it just honestly brings a lot of emotion out of me, gives me chills. I don't know if my situation is unique. I was somewhat hesitant to get on the call. I always dreamt about, having this story about announcing my freedom. But I'm going about it in a little bit of a different way. I was let go of my job about 6 weeks ago, which is a phenomenal thing. It was inevitable. It was something that I was looking forward to. It's a long story, but anyways. So I have been free for about 6 weeks, and, for some things that are going on as far as selling our house and changing zip codes, and I won't talk about how many KBC or KCB coin that I have, but thank the higher power for me being
involved in carrot bars and getting a phone call about a year ago from my sponsor, Louis Davon Young, and locking arms with those guys in the union and really just everybody in Wealth Builders Worldwide and Carrot Bars International. I'm in a situation where I can honestly say I'm not even probably employable anymore.
Yep.
And I am so extremely happy about that. And I will say, after so many years of just chasing money and, as far as freedom goes, I thought being free was just not being in jail. Now I know the true meaning of free, and it's in me. It's still taking some time. I'm still deflating from being let go of my job 6 weeks ago and being in a situation where I'm not panicking to find however many different jobs I need to get to make money and pay the bills, which I was always able to do. I'm very proud of that. Just to be part of this organization and to have somebody like you and Mr. Dalco and everyone from Mr. Harold Seitz, down to my sponsor, Mr. Young.
Wow.
I just can't say enough. So I don't even know.
And Mr. Marshall, may I ask a question?
Yes.
How long were you on your job, may I ask?
So I relocated from Boston. I'm from Massachusetts about 8 years ago. So
Okay.
I was 2 months shy of being at that job for 8 years.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
And before that, I was one of those guys that I had 2 or 3 different jobs. I was a personal trainer, doing some painting, doing whatever I could to make cash.
Right. I understand.
That was and I'm also a college graduate, so.
Oh, wow.
I want before I forget, I wanted to get on this call because I don't know if my situation is unique, whether it is or whether it isn't. I thought maybe kind of sharing part of my story, there might be somebody on the line that this might help, even if it's just one person.
That's right. And that's why we're doing this. I read a text a minute ago. Tanisha Glasses said people are tired of hearing her story. I said, you don't understand. You're not telling your story for the people who've heard it before. You tell your story for people who need to hear it now. You're telling your story for new people. I tell the same jokes over and over again. I tell you, I know you've heard the jokes, so laugh anyway. I'm not telling the joke for you. I'm telling the joke for the new person. I'm telling a story for the new person. I tell the same story. I've been telling the same stories, guys, for 30 years. But I'm not talking necessarily to you. I'm talking to the new person. So, Mr. Marshall, man, I appreciate you coming out and sharing that story because, man, people don't understand. People out here got some serious stuff going on. And the key, I always say, to dig your well before you need the water. Now, thank God he's been in the business for a while, Mr. Marshall. And that's why I say all the time because, anyway, I don't want to lecture. I want to hear from other people. Ms. Abraham, what kind of time frame are we looking at?
Well, Mr. Best, we are 10 minutes past
Oh.
of the hour.
Oh, Lord. Okay. What does the queue look like?
Well, we have one more person in queue.
Oh, well, let's take that one more person. We're going to call it a night, and we can get on to our launch party with Miss Tanisha Glaspie. Last person in queue. You are live.
Good evening, Mr. Best. This is C.C. Mahone. I'm the last person in queue, and I'm the person calling as a free woman in South Africa.
Wow.
And I couldn't even stay asleep. I said, I have to wake up. I have to get up and get on this call because this is the epitome of freedom. If I wasn't free, I wouldn't have been able to come to South Africa and be a part of this amazing experience. And I just am so grateful to you and Harold Seitz and Wealth Builders Worldwide. This is just incredible. And I just wanted to say thank you. And to be on the Freedom Call, and I'm sitting here in Cape Town, South Africa. That's amazing. So there's anybody out there, I don't care how old you are, how young you are, how long you've been working on your job, if you're self-employed, it doesn't matter. There's nothing else besides Carrot Bar.
Wow.
And I just want to say thank you, Ty Best.
It's 5:10 in the morning, CC. Let's go get a cup of coffee since you're up. Let's go.
Okay.
Q&A session is over.
And there's Mr. Free 103 himself, Mr. Michael L. Dalco, who's been a free man now for over 5 years. Mr. Free himself, his wife, his mom, and 4 children. All the last 5 years for Carabao. Mr. Dalco, you want to add anything? Say hello. We'll finish here, but you want to add anything this evening, man? This has been an incredible, powerful call. I believe it's been a life-changing call, and I believe it will inspire thousands of people all over the world to realize they too can be free. You want to add anything this evening?
Just I'll say hello to everybody, and I don't want to touch this call. It's just powerful, totally powerful.
What time is it there, man?
Thank you for it. It's 5:10. 5:10. Let me say one quick thing. I was in a very high-level meeting yesterday, and we were discussing some things to make Carrot Bars better, and a lot of great leaders in this company, and they are well steeped in being in a lot of previously successful network marketing companies. And they have all these different ideas, and I listen to them, you guys, and they talk about their time in the industry. And I've been in networking for 10 years, and I was with this company. I've been in networking for 14 years. I was with this company, this and that. And I said, me and Dr. Patrice were sitting side by side. If he's on here right now, he will vouch for me. I said, you guys, whenever you hang around me, you'll probably get tired of me saying his name. I said, but my mentor is Ty Best. He's been a free man for almost 25 years. His wife has been free for over 30 years. His 32-year-old son has never had a job. He's literally in the network marketing Hall of Fame. I said, and our team, Wealth Builders, of all the problems you guys are having, I said to the gentleman who was chairing the meeting, I said, you need to talk to that guy down there and fix the problems that he's bringing up, because we're not experiencing them. Because Ty Best taught us 4 simple things. Save a lot of gold, get a lot of crypto, tell a lot of people, and you'll make a lot of money. So we've overcome all the challenges of focusing on the core mission of our team, to just help people. I said, so whatever problems they're discussing, once you fix their problems, ours will be automatically fixed, because we don't do this up and down roller coaster type of situation in this business. It's consistent because of our culture. There you go. So thank you, Ty Best, for you know what you do. I know you're humble, very humble, probably too humble if there's a such thing, but you know what you know, and okay. I asked Thomas Valet, I said, Mr. Valet, what can I do to be a better networker and help get the vision of Carrot Bars accomplished? He said, duplicate yourself in the lives of people who want to be duplicatable. Mr. Best, you have duplicated yourself in so many people, CC Mahone, myself, and we can go on and on and on. Keep, what's that word you use? Keep beating that drum for freedom, because it's working. James Marshall's free. I'm free. My wife's free. CC Mahone is free. And scores and scores of other free people, because the world is a better place because you came. So back to you, big brother.
And thank you very much, and Mr. Duck, for those kind words. And I say, to God be the glory. Thank all you guys, man, for being on this call. Thank all you guys, ladies and men, for being on this call, for contributing to this call. And I truly hope that we've changed some people's lives, or start people on the road to changing their own lives with what we've shared here. If it's possible for me, it is possible for you and anyone you know. God bless. Don't let anybody steal your dream. Dream big, and don't let anyone steal your dream. Miss Sheila Abram, thank you as usual for all that you do. And again, we'll be on the power call. Oh, let's go to what? The launch party with Miss Tanisha Glaspie and the crew, T. Glassy. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Good night, folks. Good night. Good night. Thank you again, Miss Abram. Good night. See you in 2 minutes. Goodbye.